Gonna help, kitty cat? So this is the 2 bins of my cousin's Breyers. I have cats. They're gonna weigh in. And so we have bin number 1, which is a big white bin. You're all right. And when I open it, unfortunately, the first thing I notice is that I smell vinegar. So we're gonna have to figure that out. So these are, she collected in the 80s basically, and she got into, when we were a little older, 80s and 90s, she got into real horses, and so the Breyers kind of went by the wayside, and she's had them in storage for I don't know how long. And she, gosh, this was maybe 2 years ago, she was parceling them out to her friends and me and other people who still collected. So the first one is, Bridie. This looks like a later, this might be the second Bridie. I don't think this is the original Bridie. Okay. Not the Shrinky. Sorry, tasting Breyers on camera. And we have, I knew these guys were in here. I think I have one of them already, but I can sell or something. These are the, I think, Small World Cantering Welsh Ponies. There's the silver dapple with the green ribbons. Not a Shrinky. We're just gonna be weird. And there should be a set of 4, and I think I saw that they were all in here. Here is the 1989 edition. This is what Breyer called Red Roan in 1989. It's more like a flea bitten gray with yellow ribbons. Also not a Shrinky. So far so good. And I think I have this one. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the rose gray. Very cute, not unpainted ribbons. Really good shape. Not a Shrinky. These are in really good condition. She's had these packed up for a long time. And there should be a 4th one. I don't know where she went. I'm sure she's in here. We'll find her. Okay, moving on. We'll find it later. I think there are 2 sets of these, and I strangely don't have this model, which is the Thoroughbred Mare and Foal set, and I think there are 2 sets in here. I think one set is in really good shape and one is a little banged up. This looks like the one that's a little banged up. And where's the mare? I don't know where the mare is. Here's the other foal. It looks like a really nice dark. Ooh, she is pretty. Look how dark she is. Wow. Look at that color. Holy moly, she's got a little mark on her shoulder, but mostly she's in really good shape. But look how different they are. This is the one that's kind of scratched, but we can get her fixed. And I'm like the only collector my age who doesn't have those. I don't know why. This is a favorite mold. I got the buckskin in 1987 for Christmas. And he's always been one of my favorites, but I didn't have the bay frame. Not a Shrinky. Don't think he's a Shrinky. Maybe. Suspicious. But we'll see how he does. Anyway, really good shape otherwise. Gosh, that's a pretty model. I love this mold. Sorry, we came back on a very long road trip. That's why I'm not doing this till now, because we just got home. Okay, this is the classic Bronco, and I had one of these. I had the special run black Tinto, and someone stole him from me in a trade many, many years ago. This one is kind of wrecked, but maybe we can fix that. He's got a massive rub on that side, but he has eye lights. So maybe we can get that fixed, because the rest of him is great. Look at his shading, or highlighting, I guess that is. Maybe, yeah, we'll work on that. There's another Bronco in here. I think this one is a special run. I don't think this was a regular run. Another, ooh, we look a little suspicious. Another red roan. Oh, there he is. That's a Shrinky. Whew! Yikes. That is the Shrinky right there. You can kind of, it's hard to tell because the coloring is so different. You can kind of tell how different he is. He's a little bit shrunken. That's the culprit right there. All right, setting him aside. Shrinky collectors. Now you know. Okay, this is the Powder Arabian Stallion. I knew there were going to be a couple shrinkies because that was right around when we were collecting a bunch of models. And this guy's kind of beaten up, but maybe we can get that ear fixed. And the rest of him's okay. Dapple Gray. Again, I don't know why I don't have one of these. Everybody had one of these. I have a really nice dark bay, and I have Calico, the Bay Tobiano. And I have a Dapple Gray mare, which I only got recently, fairly recently, a few years ago, but I don't know why I didn't have a stallion. So he needs his ear, he needs some ear surgery, but the rest of him looks good. So we can get that taken care of. Oh, he smells like, he still kind of has that, not shrinky, but like new Breyer smell, Breyer plastic smell. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That was always the best. You go to the saddle and leather shop in Cedar Rapids, and they smell like new Breyers. This is, okay, here we go. Dapple Gray, Clydesdale mare. Dapple Gray. She still smells like plastic too. Wow. I don't think my cousin had the foal, strangely enough. So I think I got the stallion and the mare and no foal. So we'll have to work on that. That's gonna be expensive too. That's okay. Oh good. Oh good, I forgot about this guy. I've looked at several of these on eBay and never actually bought one. No, I don't have to. This little guy, I kind of like this mold. He's not a great stock foal, but he's really cute. Everybody had them. He looks cute in black and white, even though it's a weird like Breyer pattern. What is this? He's sort of Tobiano-ish, but not really. Those little blaze. Little crooked blaze. Oh, they still smell like new Breyers. That's so odd. They've been in here for so long. And what? What is that? This has to be repainted. This is, yeah, this is repainted. I can tell because it has bubble wrap marks on it. Yeah, it's been repainted. I don't know what we're gonna do with this little guy. Sort of a, not quite a black baldy, kind of, but he's got bubble wrap marks in his paint. So maybe we'll have to strip that. It was probably a roping calf, she. Let's see, okay. I had one of these two and he fell and got damaged and I never replaced him, so now we're back in business. And I have a really nice lineup of older Stretch Morgans. I think he's probably nicer than the one I had, actually. Look at his nice dark face. And so, again, I don't have that many Powder Arabian mares. I have the Mahogany Bay. I have the Bay Tobiano, who's Karma Gypsy. I have Bonnet Ari, Special Run Free Bitten Gray, the Special Run Just About Horses Gray, and the Congress Chestnut. And this is the new mold Alabaster. Again, I don't have the foal and I don't have the stallion, but she's in really good shape, and so we will have to work on getting those. Very nice. Later in the run, but still very nice. Oh, there's a pulp in the bottom. We will have to use that. Okay, here we go. Now I had a Palomino Western horse, and I know that it was a very late one because I remember buying it at a toy shop up the road here that hasn't been there in decades, but I know where it was. So this guy's kind of, oh, he's got a snap-on saddle and it's broken, but the horse is in good shape. And I have this one the classic size, but this is a much older tried one. He's got some hoof rubs, but don't they all? Hi, baby. Cats are checking me out here. So if you see cat tails, we're being investigated. There we go. Bubble wrap everywhere. Really spectacular, dabbly Bell-Bottom Shire. Everybody likes this mold, right? I love this mold. I have a sorrel with a dark mane, and then I have a chalky sorrel, and I have a Special Run Palomino, and the newer Special Run Black, and the newer Bay with no white. And I have a Dapple Gray who's very, very different from this, so that's really, she's really cool. Vinyl dapples, everybody likes vinyl dapples. All right, it's ooh, fun time. Fun time. Party time. This is really exciting. This is a whole other, lots of tape. There's a lot of tape here. What are you doing? Is that pretty interesting? Is there a camera? Alabaster old timer. Lots of shading. Original hat. Woo woo. Really exciting. He's got a bit of a rub on his shoulder, but I think we'll forgive him after all these years. Still got his blinders. That's my other cat. Messing with your bubble wrap. Pretty exciting, huh? I have 2 cats. I just picked them up from the kennel, so they're a little crazy right now because they haven't been home. Bay old timer. I had one of these. He was one of the ones, unfortunately, that I sold for book money when I was in college because I didn't own anything else that I could move. So I regret selling a lot of those, but I didn't have anything else to do. Anyway, Bay old timer. This one will get named Reddy after a lesson horse that we rode when we were little kids. My brother's stock horse stallion is named that too, after her. She had lop ears. The real horse had lop ears. She was very cute. I have no idea where I'm going to put these. I have no shelf space at all. And then we have glossy dapple gray, glossy-ish dapple gray. He's got some wear, but again, we'll forgive that. He's also got crazy pants dapples, which is great, and then his hat. Gotta love the hat. Hats are the hard part. And then there is, what is this? This is a little baby blanket thingy, doll blanket, I guess. We'll take that. And another little doll blanket thingy. Huh, those are cute. No idea. No idea, pussycats. That was a wild ride. Okay. Don't know what I'm gonna do with all these now. I'm gonna go to the second bin. Hi. Are you pretty interested? Are you pretty interested? This is pretty crazy. My cats look a little frantic right now. Let's just clear this up enough that I can get the other bin out. I'm not putting Shrinky Bronco back in there. He'll just have to go into the Shrinky pile. If anybody collects Shrinkies, send me a message. I have a box of them I will send you for cost of shipping because I don't need them. Unfortunately, one of them was one of my brother's favorite models. That's the one. I found another one on eBay and I messaged this vendor and I was like, okay, what does he taste like? Are you willing to lick a Breyer for me on, like, I swear it's not like a prank or something. And she did. She was a science teacher and I told her all about vinegar syndrome and everything and she thought she was really interested in it. She's like, oh yeah, I'll lick it, no problem. So that person gets 5 stars. If you lick a Breyer for me on eBay, you get 5 stars automatically. And he did turn out not to be a Shrinky, so I have, it was a black Tobiana Saddlebred, the Project Universe, yeah, the Project Universe one in black. Okay, switching bins. And I know I sort of cheated, I've looked at this one already. I mean, I've peeked at both of them, but I've actually kind of gone through this one already, so. So the first part is Trade Secrets 2. Now I have to find Trade Secrets 1, and this was a basic how-to guide for the model horse enthusiast by Chris Lapp, Chris Nandel, Chris Flint. 1985. Chris Cook also. Chapter 1, how to begin, repositioning the model, fillers and how to use them, basic painting techniques with acrylics, basic painting techniques with the oils, painting solid colored horses using the block method, basic airbrush techniques, painting Appaloosas, paints and pintos, special tips about painting buckskins, dun and gruya, how to paint roan, dapple gray, flea bitten gray, special effects, herring, which really dates this because people don't really do that much anymore, although I think it's kind of coming back sometime. Basic color recipes for painting horses, recommended reading, and then some of my favorite creations, and it's all dot matrix printing and then copied. And this will need a new binder, but I have lots of those. And this is really classic early hobby publication, relatively early hobby publication. Tennessee Walker. So that is, you can see the vinyl is starting to discolor and die, so that will have to go into a new, but I have lots of new binders. I work in archives, so we get binders all the time. Hi, Rhoda. Okay, moving on to the second bin. We have a Longhorn. I think this is my 4th or 5th Longhorn, but I never pass up one of these, ever. I have an old one with eye whites. I have one that I bought as a body to make Charles Goodnight's Black Steer, Old Blue, and then when it arrived in the mail, it was in much better condition than I had been led to believe, and so it never got repainted. There's my cat, other cat. I have my brother's late run one. I feel like there's another one in there somewhere. I think I have a really dark colored one, and now I've got this one, who is kind of in between. He's darker than my brother's, but he's in really good shape too. I love this mold. I wish they would use it more often, because Longhorns come in like all the colors. Here we go. Here's the red done. I'm running. Henry Welsh Pony. I think I have one of these. But I think this one looks probably nicer than mine, so mine will go up for eBay. Not a shrinky. Gotta test them all. Okay, here's the other Dapple Gray Clydesdale. The other one that I have. I don't have the full. I didn't have the full. This is the Stallion. These are the special runs. These aren't the old ones. Here we go. Here's the Flea Bitten Gray Cantering Welsh Pony. With red ribbons. Very cute. Really nice little flea bits, which are not going to show up in camera, but they are. Red ribbons. Here is one of the thoroughbred mares. Maybe the thoroughbred mare. I'm not sure if there are one or two. This looks like an older one. Very dark. Really nice coloring. I like this mold. Not everybody likes this mold. She's kind of plain and kind of an awkward, but I think she's cute. Oh, there's a Pony of the Americas. I have the few spot white one. And I had the Dunn Connemara one that they had in the early 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, but it turned out to be shrinky, so that we went the way of all shrinkies. So here's the Dark Fae. She must have been buying older, she's a year younger than I am, so she must have been buying older models even then, because a lot of these look like older versions. And she's not old. There's the Clydesdale mare, or thoroughbred mare. Thoroughbred mare, that's what she is. This one is the non-rubbed one. Also really dark. Really good coloring. Wish my Justin Morgan looked like this. He definitely doesn't. He's like chocolate colored, but not in a good way. Here is, I have wanted one of these forever. I don't know why I don't have one, but I don't. I like this mold. She's not great, but I like this mold. This one is really nice. Nice dark chestnut stock horse mare, good shading. Pretty little face as far as that goes with this model. Okay, so these are the ones, these were the two that I was really, really dying to get. Really after these, and she sent them to me, and I'm so excited. So my cousin lives in Iowa, and there was a guy who lived in Indiana, I think, named Dick Amy, E-I-G-H-M-E-Y, and he made little harness and wagon sets, and he would take Breyers and cut off the manes and tails and resculpt the faces and flock them, or somebody did for him, and mules. And he would be all the Midwestern shows with this enormous table of wagons and harnesses and mules, and I loved them so much. And my brother and I finally we each got a mule. Ours were Adios, and mine's gray and his is black. And we finally got them in like 1989 or 90, which was kind of late. So, but he used all molds. He used little bits. He used quarter horse geldings. He used stock horses. He used ponies. He used Shetlands. He used Clydesdales. He used all of the molds. So they're in all different colors: dapple gray, sorrel, bay, black. And we were just dying for them, but they were kind of expensive and we didn't really have the money. So, but my cousin had one. My cousin had a stud spider mule. I am just over the moon to have this guy. He needs a little bit of cleanup, and he can go in the china cabinet with the other two mules so he doesn't get all, see how his face has been redone with his nice mule face there. Anyway, they're not really live show quality by current standards, but they're just really cool because they're just really cool. I mean, they're flockies, they're mules. They're kind of almost folk arty. I mean, it's not polite. And this is the other one that she had that I always really loved. And this was before fjord ponies got to be really fashionable. So that was a little ahead of the curve. He or she. He or she. She was a little ahead of the curve. And this is the Breyer Halflinger Fjord Pony. And I thought this was the best model ever when I was a kid. And this is Kathleen Moody, 1988. I'm probably holding it upside down. I can't read it from here. Just a little sticky, must be acrylics. Anyway, a little resculpted face. This little dorsal stripe. This is paint. This is brush painted. That was pretty common then. This little stripy tail. Stripy legs. So those are the two. Even though I'm mostly an original finish collector, I don't really collect customs. I have a few that I've sort of rescued from eBay. I have the two mules. I have a couple of old 1970s ones that they're actually repainted Leftons, Chinas, that I nabbed off of eBay for a really good price, and I just thought they were cool. I have one that I got from somebody from like 1980, early 80s. So I literally only have a handful of them, and they're all sort of old, but this was one I really wanted. I loved this model so much. She's here. She's actually in really good condition. I don't expect her to be showable anymore or anything. She's not really up to par, but she's still in very good shape, and she's really cute. So that's the haul. I'm so excited to have them. They all made it here in good condition, or in as good a condition as they were in before. So we're good. That's the story. And I just got home, so it took me 2 days to get home. So. Anyway, having fun collecting your vintage Breyers.